Lions fans, what's going on? It's your boy King, man. We are still in that frenzy. We are now in the official state. The frenzy tampering period is done. The Detroit Lions still have not made another move, but I think something big is coming. Let's talk about it. Fans, so we continue to sit and cross our fingers and hope the Lions can still get something done, especially being DJ Reader, visiting here in Detroit. So I have a interesting take that I put out on Twitter, and a lot of people was like, "Whoa, really? Can we do that?" Listen, I think that Brad Holmes has a legit opportunity to bring in a guy like Reader, but not only him. Also, still have an opportunity to go after Armstead, man. I truly do. And, a lot of people may say, hey, how much money do we have? Can we do that and still, make our extensions and everything else? Yes, you can still do that. You can have both of those guys on 2 to 3 year contracts. Maybe around $11 million a year for Reader, 14 for Armstead, and still be able to take care of business. You still can do that. Some of you may say, hey, they play the same position. Actually, not really. Not really. Obviously, one is dominant interior guy, right? That's his spot. But when you look at a player, Armstead is not the same. His most productive year I had pulled up here. And it was in 2019 on 546 snaps, 54 tackles, 10 sacks, 73 pressures, rated at 89.6 from PFF. So, his best, most productive year was on the outside. So he can definitely play opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. And you know what Aaron Glenn likes to do on this defense anyway. He moves those guys around. Sometimes you see guys like Hutchinson move inside. You see all type of things, man. So he actually literally is the most perfect fit for what we do on defense. And these guys, both going into 30 years old, I just don't think they're going to demand the money that a lot of people think. But if you can get those guys around here, maybe 3-year deals, around 30 something, or a 2-year deal, that's even better. I think you can get both. So, and I think that's what Brad Holmes might be planning. We never know. We never know. Those would be big for us, but not necessarily as huge as some of the other guys. You look at the guys like Brian Burns and some of the other guys on the defense that's been getting paid, man. And those two guys together versus what you've seen paid out, that definitely works for us here in Detroit. So that's just my theory. That's my theory. Don't take it as news or anything like that. But if it were to happen, remember you heard it here. So, with that said, that would boost our defense tremendously. Everything that we need right there. Because the secondary will flourish behind a defensive line that creates those problems. Any secondary, right? We added our guy in Carlton Davis, man, and that's all big and fine, right? Lockdown corner, but still, if a quarterback is back there for several seconds and you put him on an island, eventually someone's going to get open. And we can't afford to keep sending guys from our secondary just to create pressure. We need pressure up front. We need our front four to be able to do work out there, and that's just what it is. So, like I said, we'll see. Obviously, we got the draft too. That's where most likely we go and get ourselves another O-lineman, fill in more depth positions. I know depth. I know you guys get tired of hearing depth so much, right? But you gotta have it. You gotta have them. You gotta have the next. We were a true next man up team. Even though we didn't really have a lot to offer on the defensive side of the ball, we still were a next man up type of team, and I love that. And you do that by creating the depth that Brad Holmes has created. So it's truly understandable that he doesn't want to go out and break the bank because he wants to be able to pay his guys. But at the same time, you just have to understand that the state where we are with this team, you got to be able to add some guys that's going to take you to the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is a Super Bowl, and nobody can tell me straight with a straight face that if the Detroit Lions did not have a complete defense last year, they wouldn't have had a real legit shot to win that Super Bowl. They would have definitely won, but to win the Super Bowl last year, especially based off of what we watched in that Super Bowl. So, like I said, it's time to complete this team and fill out, the rest of the holes and put solid players where we need them on the defensive side of the ball. The offense is going to take care of itself. We also brought back Reynolds on a 1-year deal for $6 million. Kind of expected that, right? Reynolds has been, besides the championship game, Reynolds has been very consistent in what he does. Hopefully guys like Raymond come back healthy, and they can continue to build him more and more into the offense. Receivers are something that, a lot of us wanted to see the Lions go and get another X guy. But the organization is banking on J-Mo becoming that guy. This season they think he's ready to take the step forward to move into that. So, hey, I believe in it. I believe in it because what I see from him the second half of the season is constant improvement. And even in the big games during the playoffs, he was able to go out there and get passes and make big plays. So I also believe it's time. So I'm fine. Hey, we don't have to go into that receiver market. If you're comfortable with what we have on this offense at receiver, fine. We just need to go and get a little bit more depth on that O-line and take care of the defense. That's where we are. So we'll keep our eyes open today. If you look at the comparison of last year and this year, we're on very similar terms when it comes to getting players signed. If you look at how we signed players last year and the moves that we made, I think we're just fine. It's just not going to come when we want it to come, right? We want it immediate. We're excited. We're ready to take that next step. We want to be right back in contention for that Super Bowl. And like I said, we look at the division. We still feel like we can win the division. No problems. We'll be facing another rookie quarterback, possibly with Chicago. You see the situation over there with the Vikings. We'll see who's the quarterback at the beginning of the season over there. And of course, with Green Bay making some improvements, I think with us fixing what we have on this defense, I think we still should be able to take care of business and come out as the NFC North champs once again. So, with that said, that's pretty much all I got for you guys right now as far as updates. Also, I want to say thank you to everybody who sent the condolences. My wife lost a sister, and I've been seeing you guys' messages on Facebook and on social media. I appreciate that a lot. Just want to say that to you guys. So, with that said, man, let me know what you guys think. Would you be ecstatic if that was to happen? If that theory was to come to fruition, man? And yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's wait and see. With that said, you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow or possibly again today with more updates, man. And yeah, keep it locked. Peace.